Court Domination event preview is now live. I'm sure many of you saw the tweet from yesterday that NBA SuperCard put out. Bam Adebayo is going to headline for the brand new Court Domination event. For those of you that do not play WWE SuperCard, I'm going to give you a brief, what you need to do in order to set up your deck. Tomorrow, we will be streaming the event right when the event starts. So if you're still unsure how to play the event or what to do, come out to the stream, check it out. I'm going to tell everybody, of course, I'm going to make a video once the event goes live and kind of give you some tips and tricks on how to do it. They did put in a little wrinkle that's different than WWE SuperCard. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I'll give you a preview of how I set up my deck and stuff and look at this event and look at the Bam Adebayo card. I do like the new event card. It definitely looks really nice. He's having a really good year, actually. He's definitely having a good year. So, not necessarily a bad pick, just not somebody that you ever hear saying, you know, Bam is my favorite player of all time type of thing. But he's still having a really good year. But the event card looks pretty good. I love neon lights. I love any card that has neon lights. I do like the last tier event card a little bit better. But still, it's what we got. I'm not that upset about it. You know, it looks good and everything. And then next week is going to be the gauntlet in order for you to get the Pro. Now, you do have to have your Court Domination deck in the Ruby tier in order for you to be able to get the Bam Adebayo card. So, for those of you that are not Ruby, unfortunately, you won't be able to get this event card. But if you're not Ruby in the Court Domination deck, you're definitely not going to be able to get it in the Gauntlet because it's easier to get in that Ruby tier in this type of game mode than it is for the Gauntlet. So you wouldn't be able to get either one of them even if you weren't Ruby in this one. But yeah, let's look at it. We're not going to be able to see the undercards, at least if it's set up the same way as WWE. But yeah, let's click it. Let's look at it. I do like the little preview. I do like this one actually better than the WWE one. I like the little backboard in the background. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, let's look at it. There's still some time before Court Domination begins. Check back soon and get started. Now, if you do not know whatever deck tier your Court Domination deck is, you're going to start at the tier below you. So, for example, if you are Sapphire in your Court Domination deck, the very first card you're going to get is going to be an Emerald, and then you're going to get a Sapphire, and then you're going to be able to get the base deck Ruby, and that is it. If you are Ruby tier, you're going to start in Sapphire, as you see, and then the next card after that is going to be a base tier Ruby card, and then the card after that is going to be the event card. So that's how it's set up, and in WWE SuperCard, people absolutely fly through this event, and being that there's no heroic, at least as far as I know, there's no heroic, I'm going to expect a lot of people, or think that a lot of people is going to get done with this the very first day. It's going to take not very much time at all. There's 32 resets that you have to get, so in order to clear the board, every single time you get a reset, it's going to give you a shard or a fragment or a piece of that glass, and you have to get 32 total resets in order to get the card. So 32 for here, 32 for here, and 32 for here, which is a total of 96 resets. Now, if we were to compare this to Platinum Playbook, by the way, which I kind of equated last year in all the My NBA before to Platinum Playbook, it's not even close to the amount of resets that you have to get, or that you had to get in Platinum Playbook. So if you're used to that event, this event is going to be an absolute breeze to be able to get through. Some of them in the old Platinum Playbooks, you needed over 90 resets on the very last card in order to get the actual event card. This one's only 96 total to get the 3 cards in here. Let's look at the deck real quick. Now, I don't want to go into a in-depth discussion on why you set your deck up like this, and it might change, but this is typically how we do it in WWE, which we call sandbagging. Whatever tier you are, you're going to want to drop that tier to the lowest possible mark of that tier. Like, take out the best card you can and put in a crappy card. Okay, and that's how you're going to set it up. You just keep in mind that, and you'll see tomorrow during the stream why we want to do this. But you're going to want to drop your deck down to the very bottom, assuming that it's set up exactly the same way as WWE, which it kind of looks like it is. But in a way, they did throw in a little wrinkle to make it a little bit different. So we might not want to do this. But this is how I'm going to start anyway, is I just dropped my deck. I replaced the 2 cards at the bottom with the absolute worst cards. Arrows are going to matter, so I'm going to redo the arrows and all that stuff. But again, if you're more interested about that, come out to the stream or wait for the video to pop when it sometime tomorrow. Now, if you want to actually read about the event, in the help center, there is a little spot for court domination. Now, how they have it set up, it looks like it's set up exactly the same way as WWE SuperCard. The only difference is it looks like they have 4 positions in which you're going to get a bonus to all of your stats if you place a card of that position in there. So not only are you going to want arrows to be able to attack the right cards, you're going to want a variety of positions as well. So that's going to be a different wrinkle. And so, for example, this card right here, let's say that I put that card in first or dead in the middle. Then in order for the opponent or the AI to attack that card, they would either have to play a card in that top spot up here with a down arrow to attack it. If they placed it at the right spot, they would need a left arrow to attack it. And then the bottom, you would need an up arrow. And then on the left, you would need a right arrow. So basically, you're going to want to attack your opponent's cards and try to beat them in like a 1v1. Whoever has the best stats wins and take over that card. If you win the matchup, then you get that card. And at the end, the person that has the most cards wins. Basically like a tic-tac-toe type of thing. Whoever has the most wins, except you don't obviously need a straight one. It's just whoever has the most wins. And yeah, this is the little wrinkle. Match a player's position to a specific spot on the court to boost that card's stats. Now, whether or not they're in the exact same position, like these 4 spots every single time, or if it's completely random, if it's 4 different positions, or if it could be the 4 same positions, we don't know until tomorrow. We'll just have to see. And then, yeah, like I said, at the end, whoever has the most spots wins. And then it's 32 shards in order to complete a board. And that's basically the rundown. Now, the reason why I typically sandbag is so that being that I'm in Ruby tier, how it works in WWE, you'll get card decks in the tier below. So if you sandbag all the way down to the bottom, you could get like base tier Sapphire decks. Now, whether or not it works exactly the same as in WWE, we'll just have to see. But that's why you do that, is so you could get lower tier decks and make it a lot easier for your court domination. And what I normally would do is start in one of these corners down here at the either bottom left or bottom right or top left and top right. Put one of the really low cards over there. They're going to attack it, and then I'm going to attack it, and then kind of corner it off so nobody else can attack it, and I'm going to have 2 spots to start with. And then usually the card stats that I put in are too high, and they won't be able to attack any other card, and so you'll end up winning. It's really basically a pretty easy game. Pretty easy game mode once you get the hang of it. But yeah, like I said, we're going to play it during the stream tomorrow. So you're definitely welcome to come out, check out the stream. I will do a video again on basically how to play the game if you're not familiar with this or WWE. But yeah, that's going to do it. We won't know what these cards are unless, of course, they tweet them until tomorrow, until people start releasing them and then posting them on Twitter or something. It would be nice, especially in an event like this, if there was a heroic mode, because this event is super easy. Even though I absolutely do not like this event, only 96 resets is not that many for people to fly through, you could get double picks down here for your event bonuses, so you could get double picks. Normally it is 4 picks on WWE and 8 for the boost. Whether or not that's the same, we'll just have to see about that. Draft boards are also not the same. So for those people that think that they could just build up their picks to like 50 or 100 and then do this, it's not going to work. It's not the same draft board. You're picking these actual shards for your picks instead of an actual draft board. You're picking out of these 32 random spots. So stacking up on picks doesn't work, so don't bother doing it. It's not going to help you. And I think that covers it. I think we pretty much hit all of the basics. Hopefully you understood what how it works and what's going on. Another promising note is that these are the 2 events that you need, or at least the 2 events they use in WWE SuperCard. So they alternate between Road to Glory and Ring Domination, and we have both those events now in this game for the Gauntlet and Court Domination. So could we see teams coming soon? I really hope so. I certainly hope so, and maybe we could get even more game modes. Normally in WWE, we do team events on Mondays and then the events on Thursdays. So hopefully we might see that. Do we have a Wild Wednesday or anything like that? Nah, we still ain't got something, no quest or anything. But that is another thing that they do in WWE. Every Wednesday they have a quest to play. Be nice to see one of those. But that's going to do it for the video. Court Domination, Bam Adebayo, event preview live. This event is not very much fun for me, but I am one of the minority. Most people think that the event is fun and easy. I personally don't like it. But we'll just have to see with the new wrinkle they threw in there and see how it works. But you shouldn't have any problem getting the event card if you are Ruby tier. People fly through this event. So much easier than the Gauntlet. So much easier than the Road to Glory or however much whatever you want to, any other event. It's pretty much the easiest event there is in WWE. So, yeah, hopefully I see you tomorrow during the stream. And again, watch out for the tips guide video for Court Domination, which we'll do sometime tomorrow as soon as the event goes live. But either way, I will see y'all then. Let me know what y'all think about this event and the event card. Are you excited? I'm certainly ready to play something different. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I am out. Peace.